WWF Zambia has over 60 years of dedicated commitment to the conservation of Zambia's biodiversity. Our hope for Zambia is that by 2030, the environment, natural resources, and biodiversity is secured and sustainably managed for people and nature. Our journey and footprint in Zambia emanate from the Kafue Flats when WWF purchased a private ranch at Lochinvar. This was the beginning of our promise, a promise that visualized what was to become of the community for both nature and people.
Alimu wa WWF aba twabereka butambabo kambo batuletera alimu ite wa CRB twajiko nyagunyi yabana besu inchito ibali balo batugwaya nkambo bawola tuli bagwayamikwa hiyeso ono twamba kuti kunyina buyu muyu muswebo tubereka bota abantu aba.
Through Lochinvar Private Ranch, wildlife and its ecosystem was transformed and it was befitting to give back. The ranch was donated to the Zambian government to create what we now know as the Lochinvar and Blue Lagoon National Parks.
This year you have allowed me to employ 14 wildlife officers. 14! There is a big change, if I may say. Thank you, WWF, for that.
The Kafue Flats is locally referred to as Butwa. It is a 6,500 square kilometer floodplain midway along the Kafue River that was once one of the richest wildlife habitats in Africa and sustained local peoples through hunting, fishing, and cropping on the flats as floods receded at the end of the wet season.
This floodplain supported the local community livelihoods through agriculture, livestock production, fisheries, and hunting. Today, the Kafue Flats is very significant in terms of supporting the Zambian economy, providing 50% of Zambia's hydropower production, and also is a landscape where large-scale commercial agriculture takes place.
This area boasts of 1/3 of Zambia's elephants, approximately 6,500 animals, 11 main vegetation types, and 16 of Zambia's 24 natural habitats. The Kafue ecosystem also has 21 different antelope species, 155 species of mammal, 510 species of birds, 70 species of reptiles, 35 species of amphibians, and 60 species of fish, more than any other ecosystem in Africa. WWF Zambia works to protect these natural resources, rivers, wildlife, forests, so we can continue to benefit from food, energy, and water. Chief Musongwa of the Mbowo clan of the Ila people saw the need for fresh water in his area and requested for intervention. WWF invested in a nature-based solution of restoring lagoons in his chiefdom.
WWF is an important partner in all the conservation efforts.
With this improved technology which WWF has put up across, elephant poaching has really reduced. Like for this 2022, I will never come across, or my team has never reported any instance of a poached elephant.
We do a lot of sensitization to communities, so we hold a lot of meetings so that you can just spread awareness to reduce human-elephant conflicts.
WWF Zambia has spent over 2 million euros on this project since 2011. The project has led to the understanding of population dynamics of lions, wild dogs, cheetahs, and hyenas in the northern and central parts of the Kafue ecosystem.
1991 is a very significant year for Zambia, but for WWF, it is the year in which our headquarters, our international headquarters, signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of the Republic of Zambia to set up a coordinating office in Zambia. What that meant is that the work of WWF was expanded from Kafue Flats to the different parts of Zambia. Since then, we've had investments in the Bangweulu wetlands, in the Lukanga, in the Liuwa, in the Lower Zambezi, and the Upper Zambezi, and the Barotse floodplains. Our work has included a mixed portfolio of field-level conservation activities, large environmental education programs, but we've also sought to contribute to policy and systems change.
In 2018, WWF Zambia called on government to resist effort by some investors to build a dam on the Luangwa River and appealed to government to declare the Luangwa River a water resource protection area.
If that dam was going to be put on, we are going to suffer a lot because there are going to be floods everywhere. There are going to be disaster. Animals will be swept out. Even people themselves, communities, will be pushed out to look for upper lands to settle in terms of avoiding floods as well.
We have benefited as a community. We have seen an increase in wildlife, which is now even flowing over to the open area where we have private game ranches, and these game ranches are actually also benefiting because they have increased the potential for tourism.
With that said, we're working with the communities in setting up conservation-based economies, like for example, working with the communities around fish drying facility.
Kapono yaka sichabasali wamane ikile sirukulu wakamba ikile sichimbuka kakuli wani luleka tapi kateko yeno nobokile hande so bafumana fate ni kanduka kulekela mwana haine kile kabupi kalefale ni basa fumanishele nyecho alo yeo konoka chenule nekile kutuma flata bi kuliye kibukai ki 15 ye kibukai kichwana ni chwana lwaleka bashimba chile nyale bayoleka zakuja.
See, one of the key things we want to try and do is to make sure that the farmers have greater resilience so they can get income from farming that is far more adaptable to the drying environment, but also to be harvesting from the forests, whether it be non-timber products such as honey or devil's claw and those type of things.
WWF litumezea ulukubona kakuli sepiso yabona ya kutusa luna sichaba kwanu kutoluluta conservation kulima misima vaitazerelize vaizize vatoluluta kuamalaniza mishitu kuiruchaleli kota kuirusikelwa kata za mishitu sepiso yeo vaitazerelize mana luizifa basainzi mwakusepisa ape kulia luna kumisia lukamitusa luli kuli muzibe butoko wa mushitu wa mina kona kuli luitumela luli kuba WWF.
Okutampa kwa kubomba na ba WWF ifyo nasambirira pingi eryo kabiri nempia isho napanga ukupitira muri ba WWF shingi ninkwate ningoma 58 iyo ndeche tekera okutira ikalampela kwempia parwandi ngatali bwikashibwandi tetimo nenefyo ningachita nombo kupitira mukusambirishwa na ba WWF bali bomba sana konsepi nganda nakula ngombe nashita no bwikashfe n'abana besukuru eko bali abali kumbala baresambirira bambi abasambirira bali tampenchito umbi ali kurusaka umbi ali kumbala so bugumu bonse oboburefuma mukuteka kwa nshimo.
We believe the strengthening of local community institutions is very important in making conservation sustainable.